Our good friend from Arizona, Congressman Andy Biggs, joins us. Congressman, what are your thoughts on how the lieutenant governor in Texas wants to handle the problem?
Well, I think he's 100% right. It's an emergency situation and it's an invasion. The Constitution is pretty clear that the states have the right to, when they're in imminent danger, to act when the federal government won't. And we are in imminent danger, and the federal government won't act. I mean, you've got human traffickers, drug smugglers. You've got cartels that control the border. You've got the inhumanity that's going on, and the flood of people coming across. And people say, if they're saying it's racist, if people criticize it's racist, then I would say they're racist, because what's happening is you've got people from over 150 different nations. There's nothing racist or xenophobic about it. What it is trying to protect your border. And Todd, we have to take action and start pushing people back, or at least to the ports of entry. These people aren't coming through the ports of entry; they are invading the way marauders and smugglers do.
I mean, it sounds like the people in Texas, these sheriffs and these judges that run the counties, they've just had it, Congressman.
Well, they have. And I can't blame them, because just the massive humanity that I see when I go down to the border every few weeks, it's steady and increasing. And look, one of the groups I came upon last Sunday, about 4:30 in the morning, there are hundreds of people, and we've got one or two agents there. And in the meantime, their radio blares out that they've got runners, and so one of them has to go after and join others to try to chase the runners, because you don't know who they are. And so everybody's had it. The local law enforcement, the communities themselves are stressed. The Border Patrol agents, ICE, everyone has had it. And we have to take action. They're going to have to take action.
So the plan would involve invoking the War Powers Act and allowing state police to start rounding up the illegals and sending them back across the border. They're saying, Congressman, I don't know if you've heard these numbers, but they're expecting the numbers of illegals crossing to actually triple over the summer.
Yeah, and that's right. And so instead of 10,000 a day, you might get upwards of 30,000 a day of encounters. And the reason is because the Remain in Mexico policy is gone. That becomes an advertising point. So the Remain in Mexico policy was a disincentive to come, and now it's not being enforced. Additionally, you've got the catch and release. You have effectively a de facto amnesty that's going on with the Biden administration, fast-tracking people in so they can get green cards. You've got this agreement not to send Iranian terrorists back home. I mean, this is just absolutely a national security threat, and the influx is going to be great, and we have to stop it.
All right, Congressman Andy Biggs on the Patriot Mobile Newsmaker line. Congressman, as we move towards the midterms, I'm wondering if this is really about politics and using these illegals to cast votes in elections. I don't think the Democrats are a compassionate party. I think they're looking at this from a political perspective.
Well, there's nothing compassionate about what they're doing, that's for sure. And the evidence to support your position, Todd, which I agree with, is the fact that Arizona passed a law requiring proof of citizenship to vote, and now the Department of Justice is now suing it, so you can't do that. Well, let's just face it. I mean, Arizona is seeing tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of people that have come in just the last month or so, and you're not going to let us verify citizenship to vote. Well, that kind of gives away the game, doesn't it?
Well, of course it does. I mean, and they don't care. It's as if they don't care about it. They are hell bent on doing what they can to try to salvage something out of these what looks like is going to be a disastrous midterm election. Yeah,
right. That's right. And so they try to distract with January 6th, and then they try to flood the country with people who potentially will vote illegally, and then go after states like Arizona that want to prevent that and have more secure elections.
And again, and it's important for people to understand what the law requires, and I think it's a pretty reasonable, measured law here. Anybody who wants to vote in a presidential election or vote by mail in any election has to provide proof of citizenship. That seems pretty reasonable to me, Congressman.
Well, yeah, because I mean, even Jimmy Carter's commission said that vote by mail is a recipe for voter fraud. And in Arizona, when you have 85% of people voting, and look, in my own household where my kids are grown and out of the house, we keep telling them, don't send us their ballots. They don't even live in Arizona anymore. We get their ballots. If you're dishonest, and there are people who are, they can vote those ballots. And this is ridiculous. We've got to clean up your voter rolls, and you need to show proof of citizenship. It's a natural thing. It's not draconian, perhaps enough.
All right, Congressman, we've got to leave it there. Appreciate the info on what's happening down there, and we'll be paying very close attention to what the good people in Texas decide to do.
Amen. Thanks, Todd.
All right, Congressman Andy Biggs, everybody, from Arizona.